Guys, we've just seen the end of the very first home game of the season. Dawley at home. It was built, there were some downs, but today I'd really like to hear a little bit from you guys about how you saw the game.
Yeah, I don't think it went really according to plan for large parts of the game. We expected a difficult game. We knew it was going to be a really tough game. We knew they were a very strong physical side, but we really wanted to try and impose our style of play on the game. I think we managed to do that in spells, but not for considered parts of the game, really. But yeah, to come away with the first victory was the most important thing. To get those 3 points on the board, we knew the first one was probably not going to be easy, especially with such a young group of players. But we've got it done, and that's the most important thing for us tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And it felt like one for the fans tonight. We got under the lights, which always feels a little bit special. First home game, and we get to do that midweek. The game feels that little bit special. Gio, how did you feel about how it went and some of the plans that you put in place in the first part of the game? And Kyle said it didn't really go to plan. Now, I'm not going to ask you what those plans were, of course, but let's hear a little bit from you about how you felt things really went and what you had to change as the game went on.
Anxious. Being the first one at home, so it was very anxious. I think you saw that with the way the boys played. We kind of fed into the way Dawley wanted to play and went away from the things that we do well. And like Carl said, in parts when we did play our football, we managed to create chances. We managed to dominate the games in parts. First one at home, and it's always good to get a win. The fans were brilliant. Many of us down on a Tuesday night, so it was surprising to see. We want to make this place a hard place for people to come. So it was good that we got the win tonight, and it was good for our confidence going forward into next Saturday's game.
And even in their press, there did seem to be times where we actually found space to play on the pitch. So even though they were pressing us really hard, it did seem that we were still finding those gaps to play through. Is that something that you'd worked on prior to the game?
We have talented footballers. We have footballers who want to get the ball down and play football. Trying to attract an opposition onto us by retaining the ball a little bit deeper and trying to find the gaps between those lines is something that we've worked on quite a lot. I don't think we found our rhythm with that too often today, but obviously as the game became more stretched in the second half, and obviously Dawley had to chase a little bit, which naturally, of course, they're going to, being behind. We managed to find those gaps and spaces a little bit more. The cynic in me, the critic in me is we need to do better to expose them then. We've got into enough situations today where we can speed the game up. We've broke a line, we can speed the game up and we can get into that final third and be more clinical. And that has to be now the next step for us, to be more clinical, to take the chances that we have and convert things into goals now. Yeah,
we saw obviously a little bit of scruffy play, maybe a little bit from both sides. It's fair to say. Probably nothing typifies that more than the fact that one team ended with 10 men and the fact that both teams actually got penalties during the game. How did you feel about that? Did you feel that was reasonably fair, or did you see it slightly differently?
I think, just touching on that one, I think we knew that it was going to be that kind of game. Obviously, you'd have to look at their game, Dawley's game on Saturday against Alsager. There was, I believe, 2 penalties in the game, a sending off as well. So very much similar to tonight's game. But I think, we spoke about it over the last few days, and I don't know if there's anything you want to touch on, but we knew what we probably were going to expect. We tried to change that and make it a different kind of game, but I think going out of it with the 3 points was the most important thing.
Like Carl said, like we touched on them wanting to create a mess, and as you could see, that's what they caused. With having a young team, naturally they're going to be emotional. So it's how do we control that? How do we stay calm in the right moments to stick to playing our football, to be patient, to find the right passes, to make the right decisions. I think the last 10 minutes of the second half, we saw those moments where we're a lot more patient, we're a lot calmer on the ball. And this is where we need our older heads really to step forward and be leaders to help those younger lads through games like this. But this is a big one for character building, massive. This will do us well going forward. So hopefully the boys will take a lot away from that positives, although we're saying it's a mess. Or there's always learning to take from games like this. So I think that's something we will take and we'll do better with.
It's a good mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, not all mess is bad, right? Not all mess is bad. You referenced their game on Saturday.
Yeah.
I think they managed to score 2 goals
Yeah.
very, very late in that game as well. Was that slightly nervy for you as we came into that final stages? Still 2-2.
I mean, full credit to Dawley. You know, we speak about how they play, etc. And that's of absolutely no disrespect to them whatsoever. They're very, very good at what they do. They're very, very good at what they do. And they will cause a lot of teams a lot of problems. You know, especially on these Tuesday nights and the winter nights as well. It's going to be really difficult. And I'd imagine going away to Dawley is going to be a really difficult task as well. So, you know, we knew what we were expecting tonight. We knew what we were expecting, but I think the biggest thing, like we keep referring to, is getting 3 points on the board, the first points of the season. You can feel already, just from going into the change room afterwards, the pressure just completely lifted off the players' shoulders. They've enjoyed themselves, they've celebrated, and rightly so. They've had a really, really long, hard pre-season. They'll feel like they maybe should have got something out of the game Saturday. Maybe if we'd have took the chances that we had, potentially we could have come away with a point. So they really wanted to make things right today. There was a few words said at half-time to try and improve performance, because I don't think it was good enough. But we got the result, we got the job done, and you can definitely feel that the players needed that, and they'll benefit from it 100%.
Yeah, 3 points. We come away, no injuries coming out of the game as well. So another massive positive from that. Maybe a couple of cards that we perhaps could have maybe done without, but look, that's football, right?
Yeah,
That's part of the game, and we live and learn. No reds, so we've come across in really really good spirits there. So I know I've kept you for a little while after the game, guys. So I'm going to let you go very shortly. But just before I do, let's look forward to the next game and just let everyone know what they can look forward to in the next game coming up.
More very, very difficult opposition, different type of opposition. A team that we know really, really likes to play. Widnes are incredibly well supported, and obviously we play against them on Saturday in the cup. Again, different type of game. So quick turnaround now. The lads will be training again Thursday. We're not giving them a night off, and we'll prepare for that game right and see if we can continue some good home form and continue with a winning streak.
Brilliant. So guys, thank you very much this afternoon. I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you want to get in the shower and get some food and get home to see your families probably. So guys, thank you very much for this evening.
Thank you.
Amazing night for the fans, and we'll see you all again on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.